Next up is item number 4 is public hearing energy services contract with Optera Energy Service for energy related improvement for city facilities. Diane?
Good evening. Back in August, we brought before you the results of a analysis that Chevron at the time, now Optera, had done of city facilities for energy efficiency improvements. The scope of work was initially approved, and staff was directed to work on financing for the project and bring forward at a later date the energy services contract with Optera and then also financing for the project. And so over the last few weeks, we've been working with Optera to finalize the scope of work and financing. And we are proposing financing through Bank of America with a tax-exempt lease purchase. The finance terms are 16 years. Interest rate is 2.89% with zero cash upfront from the city. Optera is guaranteeing the savings for 16 years, and the construction cost is just under $5 million with an estimated savings of approximately $6 million over the 30-year expected life of the project. We do have a presentation very similar to what was presented in August, but at this point in time, just to keep the meeting somewhat condensed, we're proposing to not go through the presentation unless council has specific questions or would like us to go through the presentation. But for tonight, what we're recommending is that council adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an energy service contract with Optera Energy Services for the energy-related improvements to city facilities, and then also adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an equipment lease purchase agreement, an escrow agreement, and any ancillary documents with Bank of America for funding the associated energy-related improvements following approval by the city attorney. One thing that I would like to note is the resolution related to the execution of the lease purchase agreement notes that the cost is not to exceed $4,967,214. That's the construction cost. We will have some capitalized interest during the construction period, and so our financial advisor recommended that we increase that to an amount not to exceed $5,076,000, and that's the construction cost plus the estimated capitalized interest during the 9-month construction period.
Questions for Diana?
Through the mayor.
Yes.
Some of the other proposals, or the initial proposal, had us participating in this program. At this point, we are not participating at all.
Yeah, there's zero cash contribution from the city. We were able to go back. We refined the scope of work to remove the oxygen generation equipment from Fire Station 1 that didn't result in energy savings. Also, since that time, they went through and were able to get additional savings related to the lighting retrofits. And with the financial proposal from Bank of America at the 2.89%, it was a very favorable financing proposal.
Thank you for your hard work on this. I know that you've worked.
It has been truly a group effort. Robin's been extremely helpful through this process. The Optera staff, everybody's been really helpful.
That's good, because I know some of the other jurisdictions around are paying to have this done, and you were able to get it to a position where we didn't have to put any money in at all, which is good.
Ashu with Optera spent a lot of time soliciting proposals and refining those proposals and coming back with multiple proposals. So he really put a lot of hours into getting the city the best offer.
Very good. Thank you.
And just another point for clarification, like it was mentioned earlier, Vice Mayor, some of the LED lighting that was done around the neighborhoods, the savings that we're getting was credited for that work that was already done.
I'm not understanding the question.
So earlier in the year, I think it was this year, last year, we went around and started changing some of the lights around the city. Went to a LED lighting, which is going to save money for the cities overall.
Right.
So when we're doing this project, that's already taken into consideration.
Yes, the lighting that we're retrofitting through this project is related to facilities and parks. So it's City Hall parking lot, City Hall interior lights, external lights. The lights located in parks, those were not addressed through our LED retrofit project that we did a year or so ago.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay. What's the pleasure of the council if I can have a motion?
I will move for approval of the item.
We need Public hearing? Okay.
I will withdraw that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and open this up for a public hearing. Anyone from the public who wishes to comment on this item may do so. Okay, if not, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing and bring it back to the council for their recommendation.
All right, I'll move the motion.
Okay, got a motion?
I'll second that.
Second.
Again, I'm interrupted with the change as recommended by Diana with respect to the dollar amount.
Yes. To the 5 point.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Got a motion and a second, and all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.